Hello and welcome everyone. It's great to be back for episode 22. I'm Jodie Fielden and I'm joined by my work wife, bestie and business partner, Adri Varga. During these podcasts, we share how you can leverage your passion into profit. Whether you're looking to launch into the next phase, take time away from the floor, or you're looking to sell your business and cash out your investment, you're in the right place because we've just about done it all and we're here to share with you that you can too. Because it's time to believe your business can be everything you ever wanted.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this new episode. And today is going to be a juicy episode because it's going to be all about creating smart promotions and offers that attract clients to your business. And we are diving deep into the world of smart promotions and uncovering the pitfalls that often lead to wasted marketing dollars. I think when it comes to preparing your business for creating any promotions, the main part what you need to understand is who do you want to attract to your business? And this is when it comes back to client avatar because we're going to base our audience on clients who we already have in our business, and we would love more of that type of clients to come to the business. And this is when we have a document what we go through, and we putting each details in the documents to find out who is our ideal clientele. And this client avatar document is very important even when we are going to start to think about running promotions on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I think we need to remember that when you're mentioning Facebook and Instagram and things like that, there are two very different types of promotions, and there's the paid ones and there's the organic ones. So today, what we're talking about right now is the organic ones that you're going to create in your business and put out there. So instead of doing, and Adri will talk about the mindset around this is that I actually had someone say this morning about that they're wanting to, she doesn't make enough profit or enough money to be giving away discounts and free gifts and all those kind of things, which she was doing before. And so it's those discounts and free gifts and the discounting side of promotions that I think we need to talk about why that's not a good idea, and that way it'll tie in with what the ideal client looks like. So I think it's hard to jump into that ideal client without sort of understanding the two different types of, that you teach in the in all our masterclasses, the triangle.
Yeah, so the market, that is like the way we are teaching a market, there is two different market available for all of us who has businesses. We have the market which is a bigger market, and it's easier to reach people in that market, but that market is driven by money, is driven by your low prices. And there is a upper market or a different market when people are looking for value for their money, they're looking for high-end services, and that's a smaller market. And you need to be much prepared and smarter about how to reach those people. So when it comes to identifying our clientele, it's you need to have a look who is it at the moment you are attracting in your business. And then obviously you have a couple of favorite clients, couple of clients you always say, oh my god, I just wish all of my clients would be like, I don't know, Mary. And I think that's something when we start to think about marketing our business, is we need to think about, so do we want to market, like do we want to create promotions to attract clients who are attracted to discounted services, or we want to attract clients who are attracted to higher ticket services?
Yeah, the foundation of putting any promotion together is knowing which type of client that you're catering for. And I think it also will come down to spending time with working out what promotion, like what you can offer, like how can you, I guess the one thing is that we always promote is to add value. You don't need to discount saying, let's add value. So what can I add value with that's not going to cost me a lot of money? I think that is one of the first places that we can sit down and really think about the tangible part of it. And then we have to remember that when we're marketing to clients is that there's a marketing client journey. And the stats are that they have to see, it used to be you need to see them 3 times. Now it's about 8 times that they need to see you. Then they will click on you maybe 3 times to have a look at what it is. And then they may sort of take action. So you need to make sure, so that's just from the marketing point of view. But then once you get them into the salon, and this is another important part that you need to remember when you're creating a promotion, is that you need to keep them coming back and encourage them for their next visit and making a plan. And I think this is where you explain a little bit more about how that works.
Yeah, so the way it works is basically you need to think about an offer. So you're going to have an initial promotion when you're going to drive clients into your business. But that client journey should not end then and there once they finishing with the service and when they pay their bill and ready to leave. Because we know how difficult it is to get new clients into the business. You need to be more prepared what is going to be the next step for that client, and you want to encourage that client to make a decision before they pay that bill or before they leave your business to come back next time. And when we're talking about smart promotions, the way we teach smart promotions, that you're going to have or you're going to see promotions as a whole holistic way to attract and keep clients coming back to your business. Because the biggest mistake what we can make is just to create one promotion, grab the client comes in, and then we don't have a plan for the client. So we pray and we just hope for the best that those clients eventually will come back to our business. But you want to be more in control because every promotion is an investment. You either, even when you are value adding, it's an investment on your part because you're going to value add smartly. So it's not going to cost you too much, but it still does cost for you. Also, to getting new clients is costing us because we have our marketing cost and everything else. So we want to make sure that that client going to go through a new client journey. And this when I think last time we were talking about client journey and we were talking about it's in our recommendation, it must be 2 different client journey, one for new clients and one for clients who are already with you in the business. So when it comes to smart promotions, I like to create smart promotions when we have an initial offer and then we already know how we're going to move that client to come back to us at least 3 times. And once they come back 3 times, they are more than likely going to stay with us. But it needs to be very, very strategic. It cannot be just like, we create a promotion and let's hope they will come back.
That's it. And you also have to make sure when you're creating these promotions and you start running them, is that you're measuring them and you're keeping track of the data about how many promotions you've sold and how many have coming back. So you need to, because if you can't track the performance of the promotion, you don't know if it's worked or not. It's just guessing like, oh yeah, I think, we sold a few. Okay, we sold a few, but how many came back and stayed with us? Because it's unless they stay with you, it's not I wouldn't call it a successful marketing campaign. When you're in somewhere like in the industry of hair, beauty, and wellness, is that you're not a one-hit wonder kind of clientele, unless, you know, that's your, I don't know many salons that are like that. But I was just trying to think, is there one that I'm being very general with that statement? But no, I'm pretty sure 98% of businesses in both industries is that we're trying to build a clientele that stay with us for 3 to 5 years. So if you're marketing, if say those Groupons were a great example of can be good and can be really bad. Mostly bad because people don't have that plan that you were saying about getting them to come back in. So coming back is that you may sell 50 Groupons. That's great. You get an influx of $5,000 or something, but it actually costs you 15 grand to run the promotion and look after the client, because you're doing, you know, a $90 balayage, and it's actually a $300 service with no plan to keep them coming back. So for the initial, oh yeah, we sold 50 or 30 of those promotions. Oh yeah, that was good. Well, no, it's actually cost me this much money to run it, and only 4 people out of the 30 or 40 vouchers that we sold actually became our long-term client. So unless you can track that data, you don't know whether it's working or it's not. It's just kind of throwing money at the wall and guessing. And that's the mistake most business owners make, especially in our industries, because we don't like to take the time and do the numbers. So it's really important that if it's not measurable, then you don't know whether or not it's worked.
Yeah, I always recommend, like once you have a promotion running, obviously you create some kind of posters for the promotion, and ideally you would have a description of the promotion for your team members. And then the third part is the measuring part, the document when you actually going to measure who came in, what day, how much they paid, if there is a upsell, or if they took retail, or if they rebooked. And I always put these 3 documents together, and I used to have a file, and I put every single promotion in that folder. And after a while, you will have a very, very clear idea about which promotions are working and which not. And once you have 3 or 4 promotions which are working, you just repeat it, because you know those promotions are attracting the clients to you. But you are absolutely right. If you don't measure it, then how will you know if that promotion is successful or no, or not? Like it just depends. Like if you have paid promotion, then you need to know how much you spent on advertisement and how much the income what you created. You need to know a lot of data and a lot of information, so you are not going to waste your money into promotions which are actually eventually costing you instead of making you money.
For example, one of the clients that I'm working with at the moment, when we jumped in and we're having a look at her paid promotions through Meta. So we'll go through in a little while and explain the next thing that we'll talk about is explaining the different types of platforms and what each platform is designed to do. But in this, in her Facebook, she and Instagram, they have a really good organic following, and it's a strong active following, but they're boosting their posts and they're boosting their promotions. They've just got like a promotion tile and they just do a paid boost. They had spent in, I have to remember, it was like 4 months, it was almost $5,000 in paid boosts. And I said, oh, did anyone book in for that? Like, did anyone contact you? And they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, okay, do you know how much you spent? Oh, no, we were just doing, $50, $100 boosts. And I said, and I showed them in the back end and I said, there's the dollar figure. It's thousands of dollars on something that's not working because you weren't tracking how long you were running it for, how often it was being boosted, and did anyone accept the offer. Now, one of the worst things, the most least performing way of paid advertising is boosting. please don't do it. You have no control unless you're looking for to be an influencer and get just reach. It doesn't matter who they are, what they are, you just want likes and all this kind of thing, then okay, that's fine. But if you're using your Instagram or your Facebook as a marketing tool to build brand awareness, to gain followers that are potential clients, not just people in the industry, then boosting your post is money not well spent because you have no control over who gets to see your post. That's why it's so important to set up what they call a campaign in your Facebook, in the meta advertising, because those campaigns, I know it can get tricky to understand, but a campaign, you're able to target specifically who you want to see your ads. You can target the kilometer radius. If you might be in a big area like WA, so you have to have a bigger radius than in Sydney, so you have control over those things. But you also can say whether it's for men or women, or it doesn't matter, gender neutral, like you can be specific in the age demographic that you're talking to. So you really need to know who you're wanting to attract with a paid campaign on those kind of platforms. And that's why your ideal client that Adri is talking about, which is what we call a client avatar, that tells you, because you can put all the things that okay, so I want to attract Susie, Melissa, and Rebecca are my 3 favorite clients. What do they love doing? What, are they into, I don't know, hockey, or do they love high fashion? So just those kind of things are really important when it comes to doing your marketing, and that's what you don't have control over in a paid boost. I get on my high horses when it comes to this, don't I, Adri?
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's very important because when we have our business, we don't know too much about marketing. We just try to copy others and try to find our way around, like what should work and what shouldn't. I used to do exactly the same. I boosted posts. I never got return on my investments, If I did, say, a specific campaign, then I could attract clients. But it took for me a while to figure it out. What's the difference between boosting and targeting someone with a campaign? And you just explained so well, so I can't even say or add anything to it, because this is the biggest confusion when we start to work on marketing, that we tend to think that marketing is easy because it's just pressing the boost button and is miraculously, like we're going to have clients coming into the business because they want us. It's not like that. It's actually later on, not in this episode, but later on we can get into more in depth with marketing and everything else for those of you guys who want to learn a little bit about the miraculous ways of, or the very, very interesting ways of working marketing. And I must say, even the biggest marketing gurus are sort of, struggling
It's
sometimes.
guesswork. There is no set formula. Like if you mix a color or you do a set of exercises, you have a specific outcome. Marketing doesn't work that way. I hate to tell everyone that it just doesn't work that way. It's test and test and trial and test until you find the sweet spot, which Adriana was talking about, those couple of promotions that do work, and then you rinse and repeat. You don't try, if they're working, whatever they're working, you rinse and repeat. You don't fix something that's not broken. But the reality is also, once you get into paid marketing, you're better off to ask a professional.
Yeah.
It is like the truth is that's why people pay us, is because we take them through and we go on the journey with them and we hold their hand and we do it with them and we guide them. And then once they get to a certain point, then it's like, okay, now you need a specialist in this area. But you've got to come through this journey first of learning what you need to do, understanding the reasons you need it, just the same way as you need to understand how to strengthen someone's body, or you need to understand how to do a color correction or the color wheel. Like you need to know what the color wheel represents before you can even think about starting to color someone's hair. It's the exact same thing with paid marketing. So we always start with, if you fix the 5 things that we were talking about before during quiet times, and you have your 7 foundations right, then everything's ready for this, because it's a massive investment in money. And unless you have your foundations right, you're wasting your money. It's the truth of it. I can't sugarcoat it, because it's just the truth, is that if you don't have everything else right in your business, marketing is not going to work. You might get new clients in, but it just tipples it. And that's a whole nother story. And it's so convoluted that we'll end off in 5 different areas. So let's get back to our next thing that we were going to be talking about was the multi-channels. So I might just give a high-level view with Adri about the different channels of marketing. So the very first is the marketing you do for people who are problem aware. So do you want to explain a little bit about what problem aware looks like for someone, Adri?
Yeah, so those people who are problem aware, they are actually know they have a problem and they are ready to find a solution. So those people are in the research mode. And if you offer, or if you speak their language and you have an offer for them, those people more than likely going to take on your offer.
So these are the people that are actively looking for you. They know that they need an appointment with a Pilates instructor because they've decided that their back hurts too much, and the physio is not helping them out. So I'll try Pilates. So the first place, 90% of them, when they're problem aware and looking for a specific person to solve their problem, they'll go to Google. And this is where Google ads are really important, because they type it in and you'll see in the search engine, once you've done the search engine, all the lists, you'll see all the paid ones come up first, and then you'll see the organic ones. And that's when, SEO specialists come into it about how high you're ranking and all that kind of stuff. So again, that's another, we'll actually bring on some specialists to talk about those things for you, but that's Google. So that's one platform, or a search engine. We'll call it a search engine, but usually it's Google ads that everyone runs. Then you have the people that aren't particularly looking for you, but you want to be in the back of their mind when they are looking for you. So these are the people that you need to get in front of up to 8 times before they even trust you enough to click on your link. Like, if you think about it and you've been sitting there scrolling on your phone, say on Insta or Facebook, and you see that sponsored ad come up and you just flick past it. And then all of a sudden, one day you click on it. I did it this morning with a clothing ad. It was like, oh, yeah, I saw them. I actually like those pants. Let me go and have a look. So it's the exact same thing. So you're building awareness, you're planting the seed, and you're encouraging it so that when they do all of a sudden become problem aware, then they may more likely will click on your ad while it's, oops, I'm banging my microphone again. It's one of those days up in here. So they're more likely to click on the ad and take an interest in your offer or some of the reels that they've been seeing, because they want to see your work, or they've been seeing your work and now, oh, I need my roots done. Where's that chick, or where's that guy that I was following? Oh, there it is. They do, oh, yep, they're in my area. They do balayage. All right, yep, I'm going to go and book in with them. So those are the people that Meta and Facebook platform are advertising for. So those are the main 2 that our industries use. Then there's the whole heap. Adriana knows more than me about the YouTube channels. So YouTube, you can do advertising. What else, Adri? LinkedIn, I think. Adri looks after YouTube and LinkedIn.
Yeah, so it wasn't always like that. So for hairdressers, Pilates studio owners, really Instagrams and Facebook. And then TikTok is coming because we can we can create visual effects, because TikTok is all about, visual short videos and just to create interest with that short videos. And then we are, with our company, we started to get into YouTube and LinkedIn, and both those four. LinkedIn is more than likely for building relationships, mingling with like-minded people, or nowadays even hair and beauty salon owners and Pilates studio owners, they're looking for team members through LinkedIn. So before it was Seek doesn't work anymore. So we are moving to LinkedIn. And then when it comes to YouTube, YouTube is more for if you want to become an influencer or an educator. So if you are just a hair salon wanting to attract local clients, in my knowledge, and I don't have a really high level knowledge of YouTube, but I don't think it is actually the best platform for you to attract local clients. So this is when you need to make a decision, as Jodie mentioned. Do I want to become an influencer? And then I choose the platforms for that to attract global clientele or global people. Or if you want to grow my local business, and then which platforms I'm going to use to do that.
Yeah, it's really important to have clarity on what you want to achieve with your social media and your advertising. This is a little bit off topic, but it's really important. When you're salon owners, especially, I don't see Pilates studios doing this quite so much, but salon, like hair, beauty, they go into groups and they go, I want to grow my Instagram account. Let's do a like and follow. And so we can follow and support each other and all this sort of thing. That's great. It gets you numbers. But if you're doing paid advertising to look for clients, then the algorithm within those, within Meta, thinks that those people that are your followers are the kind of people that you want to get in front of. So they start showing your ads to them instead of potential clients. So if that's what your aim is, that's fine. But if you're trying to get more clients, you're doing yourself a disservice by building your following up with numbers. Now, if you're looking to be an educator or an influencer in the industry, that's completely different. But if you're looking for the clients, asking other salon owners to support you, which we all want to support each other, and there's other ways that we can, do that, but you need to not do it via asking the like and follow. If you go in, you are better served on these platforms to have 500 followers that are in your area are your potential clients than 5,000 followers who are not in your area and they're not potential clients. So it can be really misleading because we hear about all these influencers that are making money off the gram, but if you're looking for clients, that's not the kind of thing that you want to be doing. You still want to be doing some of those videos because your target audience are really attracted to those kind of videos and seeing form and movement and behind the scenes and seeing who you are and really getting to know you and trust you. But you need to make sure that they're in your area, that they're going to click on your promotion or share it with a friend, things like that. So we just need to be aware.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, what you really need to be aware of, that you need to have a plan. You need to know who you want to attract to your business more, what kind of services you want to promote, and you're going to base your promotion on that. And you need to work a little bit. You need to put work on it. You don't want to just to do the guesswork, because it's costing too much money to run advertisement for the wrong people, or so to the wrong audience and not setting up in the right way. And even when your promotion is successful, you need to work on the back end also. So that's really great if you could create a promotion, run a campaign, and you gain, like 5, 6, 10, 15 new clients a week, or even more. It just depends, like how big is your business. But if those clients are coming in and then you don't have a prepared way to look after those clients, it comes back to client journey, also asking for feedback. And then if you don't have a plan, how am I going to make sure that client going to come back next time, and then next time, and then next time? Then your first promotion is not really the best investment or the smartest investment, because that's the easiest step in a way to bring someone in. But to keep them, that's something what you really have to have a plan for.
And honestly, if you don't have your prices right and you're bringing more clients in, you're just working harder, longer, and making less. Like essentially the amount of hours that you're putting in, if you don't have your prices right and you've got all these new clients coming in, you're just digging yourself into a bigger hole.
Yes, absolutely. And honestly, you need to know your fundamentals, and you need to have your fundamentals right before you start to attract people to your business. Because and this time, like we start somewhere as business. And this is when you get into, creating your prices. And normally there is, you either inherit prices with the business you purchase, or you copying others. This is normally how we start, but we start somewhere. And then obviously you try to attract clients, and then you start to ask for feedback. So ask for feedback so you can potentially grow. Have a look. You have the analytics. Have a look, what kind of clients are you attracting? Are you happy with those clients? Are those clients happy with your service? Are those clients committed to your business? Are they rebooking? Are they purchasing extra services when you recommend? Are they regular? Like how regularly are they coming back to your business? Those analytics are extremely important in the beginning of your business before you move to the next level of proper marketing. And this is a crucial part, because none of us is perfect. So don't feel the pressure that you need to get it right straight away or you perfect. But there is a certain way, a certain blueprint what you can follow. You can follow a formula, like we have a program called Follow the Formula. You can follow a formula which is going to take you on the shortest and quickest way to actually succeed and understand your business and grow your business properly. Marketing is a beast, and you should not start investing your money into marketing before you get everything right and before everything is tested, because you could attract the best clients, but if nothing is ready for keeping that clients or cater for that clientele. Again, just remember the two markets, value-based market and low price or price-based market, different clients, and that market do not mix. So when you want to attract people with lowering your pricing, you are not going to attract high-ticket clients. And the forever question is, and Jodie always reminds me, just talk about this, can you make a flourishing and profitable business with the price-based market? And the answer is yes, but it's a hell lot of work. And you're going to end up burnt out, tired, and frustrated, because the market you are attracting is a very challenging market, and you need to put lots of hours for you to be able to make potential money out of it.
You've got to remember, if you're going for those, if that's your target market, it's high paced, it's bang, 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 one after the other. It's not someone that you sit there and they have 4 hours in your seat and it's it's a cheap service. It's in and out, in and out, in and out. It's volume. the businesses that work in that lower price range, it's about the volume of clients that they get through. So whereas the value base, it's about the quality and the service. So that's, yes, like Adri said, yes, they both can work. You've just got to decide which way you want to go.
Yes.
Now, in saying that, it leads on to why a lot of businesses aren't seeing a return on investment. I think we're going to talk about that in our next podcast. I don't know if you can hear this, but the birds are agreeing with me today. I don't know if they're your birds or my birds. We're both surrounded by lots of native flora and fauna here on this lovely central coast of New South Wales. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. And I think what we'll do is in the next couple of episodes is that we might look at bringing in some ad specialists so that people can hear what a perspective from a specialist. You know, we are what we do is that we teach people the foundations and the theory of it and show you how to get started. But these are the people that you are wanting to work towards if you're going to do paid advertising, unless you're going to spend it, unless it's going to be your full-time job, because you don't just set these ads up and forget. They are not set and forget. You have to sit there, you have to monitor them, you have to measure them. And that's not even measuring them in the salon. You actually have to measure them on the platform, so on the Google Analytics or on the Meta platform. So what we'll do is we might, over the next coming weeks, is that we might bring in we have two amazing on our team that are specialists in those platforms. And I think we might sort of introduce and maybe have, if our listeners want to send in like a question that they've always wanted answered about their ads, what they should be doing or whatever, we might actually pop that up into the girls and get them to answer it for us. What do you think, Aj?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, and both girls are specialists in different platforms. So let's
I just want to
see.
say something there, really important before I forget. There is no one, there are maybe 5 people in the world that is a specialist or a guru on both platforms. The one thing I've learned is that massive big marketing companies, they have a department that works in this department and the other one that works in that department. If you're out there looking for a cheap solution to manage both of them for you, it'd be like, you know, shooting fish in a barrel. I don't even know. Is that the right way around? Getting the fish in the barrel or something? I don't know. But your chances are getting someone that's going to give you a return on your investment is minute. It's like hen's teeth. So these girls will be able to explain that for you.
Yes, absolutely. So, as Jodie said, if you have any questions, get in contact with us, and we are more than happy to ask those questions from the girls. So, one girl is a specialist on Meta, which is looking after Instagram and Facebook, and the other girl is specialist on Google. And when you are a local business, when you are a business and want to attract local people to your business, these two types of specialists you want to pick their brain and you want to work with.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we'll wrap it up. Any questions, you can email us at hello@focusgdt.com, or you can slide into our DMs and send us a DM. Adri, the handle for our socials to DM us is?
For TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook is @focusgdt.
Excellent. See, even in my head, I started to say it wrong. So it's a thing for me. If you'd like to join us for our pricing retreat, because you want to start working on your pricing and getting those foundations right, so that when you do invite clients into your business, that your price is right and they're going to be profitable instead of just more hard work, then jump into our pricing nexus and you can get tickets on our website, focusgdt.com. And the the link there is for retreats. Adri is going to spend 2 days, step by step. She'll be holding your hand the whole way.
Yes, so
And
this retreat, what you need to know about this retreat is a virtual retreat. 2 days, you do not need to travel, but you need to set time aside to work on all the elements. So we're going to deep dive into your foundations and fundamentals. We're going to accomplish about 2 to 3 months worth of work in 2 days. And if you prepare and if you do everything right, then we guarantee that you're going to leave the retreat with your ready to go price list. And also we're going to give you the tools to implement price change in your business. We're going to give you objection handling tools. We're going to give you scripts, and we're going to give you tips. And it's going to be easy for you to implement those prices. You will know what to do with services which are not profitable. You will know which services are the most popular and most profitable in your business. You will have a full clarity about your business, and you will know a lot more. You will know your break even, how much money you need to make hourly each hour when you open your business in order to break even. And you will have an absolute clarity about your profit margin, because you're going to set those margins up for yourself. It's not us who are going to tell you, like you must be 40%, you must have 40% profit. This calculator, what we're going to give you, it's going to be forever for you. It's a digital calculator. And once you set it up, then you only need to change the parts which are normally your product price can change, or your hourly break even can change. And once those elements are changing, you only change those elements, and the new price list is going to show up in your calculator for you.
as a bonus, sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Try and say that again. As a bonus, Adri is also going to be teaching you stress management and how to take care of yourself as a business owner, because it's really important that we take care of our mental well-being as well as our physical well-being, because people rely on us. If you have people working for you, then their families rely on that job, so it's not just the pressure of having to take home the bread for your own family, it's for the family of people that work for you. So you need to really look after yourself mentally and physically. So Adri will be teaching you loads of techniques, and we'll be doing those so that you don't feel guilty about looking after yourself either, because I think not only do we have pricing guilt, but we also have we're made to feel guilty if we take time for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely, and that's a major part when we have our business and we running our business. So if you feel like this is something what you would be interested, we're going to put the link below this podcast, but you can head to our website, is www.focusgdt.com/retreat.